Hey there, everyone. Welcome. Sister Cerise here, and we are going to listen to this video right here, and then we're going to talk about it.
I would show up on a set. I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character. And sometimes I had directors or producers or writers who would welcome that and invite that once they saw that I was able to offer that. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. And so it was a really strange position to be in because I felt like I don't want to just be an actor.
What did you think? Right, exactly what is happening with It Ends With Us. Now, I'm going to get into a lot of details, but first what I want to do is just bring you the updates for those of you who already know all the details. Then after, for those of you who do know the details, if you like, you can stay, you're welcome to. Sit back, kick your feet up, grab a good drink, or if you want to skedaddle, go ahead and check out my next video that I'm going to be doing on what if Blake is innocent. Now, for those of you who don't know hardly anything about this and you're just catching wind of this fire, then let's sit back and unfold everything. What Blake has added is that Justin Baldoni touched her butt on set, and she didn't like it. She's also saying that she wants 2.5 years worth, now get this, of his text message receipts. 2.5 years. Why? Why, Blake? That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for because that is a lot to smear somebody with. Could you imagine your 2 years of text messages? How many people maybe that I don't know, said something nice to, said something mean to, had an argument with? It's none of her business what his text message receipts say, but she's looking for that needle in a haystack. Why? Because she needs to go over and sew her story better? I don't understand why somebody would need 2.5 years of text messages to prove something. That's a lot. So now let's back up as to why she would be saying all of this. So there's Justin Baldoni, the director, and he also bought the rights to this movie called It Ends With Us. It is about DV, okay, domestic V in a home. Very serious topic. Justin has always, in his of late movies, has always talked about something that has to do with, male, female equality, gender roles, stuff of this nature. And he loves to do dramas on very controversial topics, if you will. Okay, so now Justin Baldoni, after he gets the rights to this video, he decides that he's going to co-star Blake Lively. At the time, Blake Lively had a 4-month-old baby that she was nursing. So when she gets on set, she's chilling, she's feeling like, okay, wait, there's a lot I'm not feeling. There's a lot I don't like. Now, listening to that video that I just played, I'm like, I don't know what to think now. Because is she really playing the card of feeling uncomfortable and trying to railroad the movie? That much? Is she that much of a mad genius? Or did she just get caught up thinking, okay, you know what? I need to take over this one because this is just like a crap hole. This guy is going way overboard and I am going to step up and not step on that pretty little pink sticker. I am going to step up and I'm going to really let him know that this is not cool. So when it comes to it all, what did happen? Well, we do know that she we do know that she said to him in the text receipts, hey, I'm just pumping in my trailer, you can come on in. So she invited him into the trailer. Later, she said that he just waltzed in uninvited. Now, she invited him in once and said he can go. Did he continue to do it after that? Thinking, oh, wow, she's a cool star. I can just walk in whenever I want to. That's going to come out in court. Also, him touching her butt. He apparently said, go ahead and call HR. And she said, yeah, whatever. And apparently she did. And so she's also saying that during the birthing scene, like on this movie, she apparently was having a baby as well. And she's saying that during the birthing scene, that's when she felt totally vulnerable. She was wearing next to nothing. And when like the scene cut or whatever, she had to yell out, help, like, come here, someone come bring me something to cover up with. She felt extremely uneasy on set the whole entire filming process. Now, some of that can be true, but maybe not all of it. There is a complaint that she did. 16 days into filming, it went on strike. Okay, the Writers Guild, or there was something in Hollywood, went on strike. Going back to set, she told them she wants to lay down some new rules. Now, a lot of the rules that she put out to the public are not the rules that they agreed on. They agreed on 17 new rules on set. Now, there are 30 rules out there on the internet, like don't come and smell my hair too closely or anything of that nature. And some of those were not included in the 17 agreed to rules. Okay, we are going to get all of this in March 2026 when they go to court. They are going to trial on March 2026. Now, when it comes to Blake Lively, she is married to Canadian actor Ryan Reynolds, and her best friend was Taylor Swift. Now, I say was because Taylor Swift has now pulled back, and Taylor Swift is upset because when Blake says she started to stand up for herself, she had to write these text messages to Justin Baldoni stating that she wants a stake in this claim of a movie. She wants to claim her stake in this movie. She wanted a lot of other things, like she wanted a producer credit. She wanted all this stuff, okay? And he was like, all right, let's do this. And she also was trying to coerce him, trying to extort him, he says. So now what happened was, at the very end of it all, she's doing these interviews with everyone, and nobody is liking Blake at all. They're like, she's so insensitive when it comes to DV. Why is she giving these insensitive interviews? And not only that, during her interviews and during the promotion, post-promotion of the film, she was more trying to sell her product, her hairline product, and also her booze line. And people were looking at it like quite obviously, like she's trying to monetize everything off this video, off this film. And most of it is personal. So now let's move forward from there. All of a sudden, she started to get bad press. She started to realize that a lot of people are not feeling her. So then she started to think she's being smeared. AstroTurf. That just means, like, back in the day there were smut magazines, right? So she started to feel like she was being smut against. And so she took it to the New York Times in October. And from October to December 20th, this was stewing behind the scenes, because on December 20th, she actually went to the courts and filed a grievance lawsuit. A grievance lawsuit means she's not going after anything. She just wants to go to the courts and complain and say that a few things have happened to her. Now, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Nobody goes to a whorehouse to get kissed. You don't go halfway and do something when something has affected you so deeply. So, but she did. The reasons behind it, we don't know. Maybe she's like, you know what? He didn't do SA, he did do SH, he harassed, he did not assault. So if he did assault, then yes, maybe she would go all the way, but he only harassed, so she's only going to put a grievance in. That's maybe could be her thinking. Now, move forward. When she did that, and the New York Times article came out, that's when Justin Baldoni said, oh wow, okay, so he sued $100 million against New York Times. My thoughts are, he sued them because he wanted to get information on what they have retained from Blake Lively. Like, what did they get from her in regards to them being able to write that entire article, which he said was all written on falsities. So now, he takes them to court. Well, he sues them. And then I think that's when he got a lot of the receipts. Him and his lawyer looked over them. They saw everything. And then they sued Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, to the tune of $400 million. Now, he went and he revised that last week. He revised the whole entire lawsuit that he put out. Now, not only did he talk about a lot of what happened, him being extorted, and also him being defamed during this whole entire aftermath, he's also letting everybody know that she was not the best on set. She was kind of crabby and she was very disagreeable. Not only that, she wanted very expensive clothing on set, clothing that the original character wouldn't even want to wear. Wardrobe that seemed a little bit frumpy and not even like the original character, Lily. Now, we're going to get more into Lily in a second, but the person who played the younger Lily, because there's also something else that has been brought out. So what Justin Baldoni did was he allowed Blake Lively to stay home and the wardrobe brought to her. Not only was it expensive designer wardrobe, but the budget went over $430,000. That's almost $500,000. The budget went over $500,000 for the wardrobe. That's a lot. But let's move forward. Now, when it comes to the young Lily, there was the young Lily, and here's a video of her right here on set interviewing with Blake.
How does it feel to be cast as a young Blake Lively?
I mean, it's wild, you know. I mean, not only Blake Lively. I mean, you're phenomenal, but also to be a young Lily.
I was like, I feel like that is a disservice too, because she's in the movie. She's not doing me. She's bringing herself to the role as a young Lily, and I think that there's a key difference in that, because like I think if she would have come in and tried to do me, it would have been like a Saturday Night Live situation, which is wonderful in a time and place for Saturday Night Live, but this is not that, and she really like studied Lily and brought Lily to the table, and I studied Lily and brought Lily to the table, and
then we came together and went, that's this.
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
yeah, it's just so.
Okay, now did you see the transfer of that energy? Did you see the young Lily? The young Lily, Isabella, didn't even meet Blake, and because Lily was doing a lot of intimacy with Justin Baldoni on her own, right? She was not on set when Blake Lively was on set because she played the younger Blake. Now, it was being rumored that Taylor Swift was the one who suggested Lily, but no. Justin Baldoni found Lily, and then after he found her, he presented her on video to Blake and also Taylor Swift. And both of them were like, oh yeah, that's her, that's the one. And they agreed to it. They both said, yeah, sure, of course, she's amazing. Let's do her. So that's how Lily came on. Now, the young Lily, Isabella. Now, Isabella is also claiming that Baldoni said a few inappropriate things to her in question form. He asked her a few inappropriate questions. So, what does that mean? Is that also going to come out now in court? Well, Blake, making all these new claims, is going to have until Tuesday to make a new lawsuit. This is what's being alleged right now. So is she going to revise her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni and include all of this information? Because a lot of it is redacted. Even the dates on these documents are redacted. So were these complaints made after, or were they just something that all of a sudden everybody found and they're like, okay, well, yeah, I guess these could be considered complaints, even though they are only, said or spoken, not necessarily reported. So we have a lot to unpack still going on with the Blake case, and there's a lot more being insinuated, but that is the update, the buts, and also the 2-year texts, and also Lily, Isabella, being questioned by Justin Baldoni himself. Now, Justin Baldoni, in my next video, I'm going to get to a few things about him, and we'll see. Don't hate on me in the comments, because the next video is just going to be a lot of what if Blake is innocent? What if she was speaking up for the truth? Let's get to that one too. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Sister Cerise here. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. After you subscribe, go ahead and hit that bell button, because it will let you know when I update my next video. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye. I love you. Be good to yourself out there.